What would be the first thing you'd do after winning the lottery? Draw up a plan of how security and relative secrecy can be maintained for the rest of my life. I'd obviously remain anonymous. Also, if you ever do win and decide to share your winnings with friends and family, never tell anyone how much you've won. That way, whether you give them £10,000 or £1 million, they'll never be able to complain that you gave them too little. I think most winners overlook these two key points. Great idea. But for Canadians like myself, our lottery corporation publishes your name and picture when you win. I don't believe it is optional either. Though I could be wrong about that. That would definitely be a reason not to play on its own for me. You might think however many millions will weigh up against it. But this is one of the reasons people have ST lives after winning super high prizes. Where I live, the jackpot goes up to a few tens of millions. Which is still a ridiculous sum of money, but doesn't instantly launch you to the top of the money leaderboards. I imagine it would be a little easier to deal with. Besides that, you are fully anonymous. As for what I would do, lock 99% of it behind some time-based trust fund. The 1% will be plenty to quit my job and give it some solid time to sink in and make plans. If I'd have to make a decision now, I'd probably buy a living home first. Invest the rest and live off of interest forever. Grow a beard. Bunch of hookers and cocaine. JK. I'd pay off my parents' mortgage. Put $100K away for a rainy day. Invest the rest in real estate. Maybe buy a new laptop too. Appreciate you thinking about your folks. Drugs and hookers. The rest I would waste. Objectively the best choices. Hire a lawyer to help me navigate everything. And then pay off my student loans. Probably buy a new car also, since mine is a piece of ST. There's a bell at my local pub with something like, "Whosoever rings this bell must buy a drink for every person present in this bar," written next to it. I'm gonna go and ring the bell. Collect my money. Good point. Op should have said, after collecting the money. If I won the lotto tomorrow, well, I know I wouldn't bother going on no spending spree. I'd pick a business school and pay the entrance fee. Hire a tax attorney. Hire a wealth management consultant and a lawyer. I feel like wealth management consultants are just shysters that hang around lottery offices, tbh. I'd just be quiet about having the money at first while doing independent research, and then invest the majority of it in low to medium risk stocks, bonds, CDs. Hiring a lawyer to establish a trust to claim the winnings so that I can stay anonymous. Buy more tickets. Your timing makes me wonder. Are you suggesting that many Americans may spend their stimulus checks irresponsibly? Not op. But I'll jump in here. Yes. The majority of Americans that receive a stimulus check will spend it irresponsibly. All I'm saying is that $1,200 can buy a lot of crab rangoons. Or 120 bananas. Buy a huge ass house and make videos of the sacrifices I'm making, my parking my private jet and staying home. Buy a new cars. NGL. I'm starting to get sick of old cars from the late 90s early 2000s with no backup camera. Bluetooth or little assistances like lane keep assistance. They're great cars. But sometimes I make a mistake and say to myself, that wouldn't have happened if I had a backup camera. Dig up that old Reddit thread on how to survive winning the lottery. Link. Scream. Invest in AST load of stocks. Right now the stock market is all over the place with some low prices. After the pandemic is over and everything goes back to normal, I'll have a ton of stocks to sell with higher prices than I bought them for, so I'll just make even more money. After that, if it works, I'll buy a few houses if I have enough and put them for rent, and then I'll have another way of getting the money back and continue with the buying and putting for rent. Maybe even flip a couple. TL. Doctor. Buy stocks. Make money. Buy houses. Put for rent. More money. Repeat. Hire a lawyer and a financial planner. Then proceed to bang both lawyer and financial planner's hot daughters. 2 chicks at the same time. Nice. They had us in the first half. Get a bank account. Get a lawyer. Delete Facebook. Never tell a single person. Show up to work as if nothing wild has happened. Silently finance Firefly Season 2. Brilliant answer. Especially Season 2. You forgot to find the execs who canceled the show and perform various experiments on them in an outer world. Nah. Screw that. Just toss them to the Reavers. Probably I'd buy that house for sale down the street and live off the rest. Pay my student loan off. Move out to the middle of nowhere as to never be bothered again. Pangburn. Arkansas is beautiful this time of year. Not really, but no one is going to bother going out there to find you. That was a message from the Pangburn Tourist Board. Advert. Forever stay in my house and pay for food, electricity, games etc. with the Monet. What about the Manet? Wrong painter. When this girl at the art museum asked me whom I liked better, Monet or Manet, I said, I like mayonnaise. She just stared at me. So I said it again. Louder. Then she left. I quest she went to try to find some mayonnaise for me. Quote. Delete all social media accounts and lawyer the FK up. This is the best answer and advice I have come across regarding winning the lotto. Link. That was huge. Thanks for sharing. Deposit my money in my savings account. I don't think I'd touch it for a few days. I like to wait on buying things for a bit. So I'd probably start making a plan with my folks and partner about what to pay off first. Get a reputable tax attorney to help guide us. See if I could move it all to a high-yield savings account. And see what I could do each year with my normal salary and the accrued interest. Probably start planning annual vacations. Maybe check out first class. Savings accounts are only FDIC insured for $250,000. So if your bank goes out of business, as happened to quite a few during the 2008 recession, you could be out anything you had in the account above that amount. Safest investment would be U.S. Treasury bonds. Though the rates on those suck right now. Maybe I could open multiple savings account? Though Treasury bonds sounds good too. If you're winning mega millions levels of money, you're going to need a lot of banks to make sure it's all insured. Buy more lottery tickets. You can never have too much money. Settle my debts. Then settle my enemies. Good answer. Bust a nut. I need post-nut clarity for decisions like this. Good idea. Friend. I'll wait for your return. Write a list of everything I want to do in my lifetime. Then budget everything. Not revealing my identity or showing I won. Buy a lottery ticket. I'm on a hot streak, baby. This man has the right idea. Book a trip to the Caribbean. You can't. I know that because of the coronavirus. I'll do that when it's gone. For now, I'll just go on an Amazon shopping spree. Buy a mountain. Build a castle with big walls and run a farm inside. Good luck, everyone. Move into a new apartment next week. Tell like one friend. I'd just up and leave in the dead of night. Second thing is to pay off all my brother's school debt. Buy a wee farm up in the hills. Couple of acres of woodland. Then breed wild boar and pheasants. Separately. I'm not a monster. To make sausages out of. DN. I thought you had potential. Don't worry about it. I've got plans for making pigs fly and then everyone will eat their words. If you need help or a shitty lab ghoul, hit me up. How much money? 100? A nice dinner 1000? A nice heroine? Yay. You could probably get someone to dress up like Wonder Woman for 1000. Get a lawyer to help safeguard the winnings. This is also to set up the money to make more for you. Many winners go into financial ruin thinking their winnings was enough to retire early. Go out to a very fancy restaurant in my most rugged clothes and order some of the most expensive things on the menu. I will buy chimichangas. Buy McDonald's. Give it to my fellow middle class, working class, and low-income brothers and sisters. Use it to take down the uber-rich and take the means of production, thus bringing us into a new era. As soon as I see I have the winning numbers, find a financial advisor. Go to Disneyland. Oh. Buy a pizza. Rent a film. Call a lawyer. And tell him I can meet in my new Lambo tomorrow. Always reminds me of the time a group of coworkers won the jackpot. But it was a small jackpot. And divided up it was a small 5 figures. I always wondered how many of them immediately called the boss and told them to FK off, only to later realize they really didn't win enough to retire on, much less quit work. I would ask everyone I know to give me or loan me $1. They would all decline because it's not smart to loan money to someone like that. Whatever their response will be my response when they come asking. Facebook post holding dollar bills and throwing them at my cat and pretending the cat is a stripper. But the cat really is a stripper because the cat is always naked. Isn't that weird? But I'd probably just buy more meth. Find out how much money the government is gonna poach. Then proceed to make kick-ass plans. Buy random collectible items. I can now buy the stuff I always want to collect without too much trouble. Buy a nice microphone and camera. Do YouTube full-time. I really enjoy video editing. At the moment I have around 2K subscribers and make travel, ship-related videos. I enjoy making videos. This is the latest one, by the way. About the nightlife in Hamburg, Germany. Link. Have the money. Hide out for a while. You won the lottery. Now. Pay off my freaking student loans. I could finally breathe free. Slowly start buying gifts for my siblings. The gifts start small, but progressively get more and more opulent. I'm really trying to get them confused here. So I think I play the long con with them. I think that would be a really fun way to do the lottery. Mess with your siblings. Buy security cameras to see if any paranormal activity is happening around my house, bedroom. Depending on the amount, I would buy a tropical island and be naked on the beach for the rest of my life. Buy a house in the country and have a gorgeous vegetable and flower garden. Or pay off bills so I didn't have to live with debt every day. In my country the win is tax-free, so you only have to pay taxes if the money is working in funds or stocks, so FK that, put it in my normal account, buy the stuff I need and living the best life without stress. Pay the cardiac unit. Pay off my vehicle. Pay off my parents' debt. Buy a house. And put the rest away for when I have a family. Collect my money anonymously. The last thing I need are beggars. Travel around the world with peace of mind. Buy 100 high points. I would move away to a private island and buy Epic Games and delete Fortnite because I got conned into getting Save the World. I'd invent a new word. Plagiarism. Buy house and pay bills and stuff. I'd also hire a team to do a complete remake of Legend of Dragoon and make new DLC. Hire Gordon Ramsay to cook some Paul Prudhomme recipes for me. Not the first thing I'd do. But I'd definitely end up doing Mr. Beast-style antics. Finding fun ways to give money away to random strangers. Can't imagine that ever getting boring. Wake up. Post this exact question. Click save. Put everything on red. Depends on how much I win. I suppose. Pay off my loan debt and save the rest for retirement. Collect the money. Pay off my grandfather's debt so he can live on his property in peace. For whatever years he has left. He was on my side before I was old enough to stand up for myself. I was abused as a toddler. He's always looked out for me when no one else has. And he was the first person who suspected something was wrong before the ST hit the fan. It's the least I can do to repay him. Thanks for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe to the channel for more videos.